The key point is that no legitimate 196 for D peace dollars exist outside government control. In 1965, the U.S. Mint at Denver actually struck over 316,000 peace dollars dated 1964 with a D-Mint mark under a congressional silver dollar authorization. However, political and economic concerns then intervened, and all of those coins were ordered destroyed. In fact, a 1973 U.S. Mint press release explicitly stated that all of the trial strikes of the 1964 dollar for this proposed $1,964 were ordered destroyed under strict supervisory and accounting procedures. It warned that none reached the final stage of being counted, bagged, and issued, should anyone have such trial. Pieces in his possession, they are the property of the United States which it is entitled to recover. In plain terms, the government declared that any surviving 1964 peace dollar is stolen U.S. property and must be turned over. This official position has been repeated by coin experts. No specimen was ever issued to the public. And the Treasury says any that might still exist are government property and illegal to own. Because of that, the 196 for D peace dollar is essentially extinct in the private market. Collectors compare it to the famous 1933 Double Eagle gold coin, another piece that was minted but never officially released. Just as U.S. authorities, including the Secret Service, have seized 1933 Double Eagles when they surfaced, numismatists point out that anyone in possession of a 196 for D peace dollar would likely be very hesitant to reveal it. In fact, CoinWeek noted that the government treats any genuine survivor as government property, subject to seizure. And PCGs warned that if you somehow had a 1964 peace dollar, you would be understandably hesitant to bring it out of hiding. In short, there is no covert campaign needed to hunt this coin. The law is clear. It belongs to the U.S. government. In practice, this means no 1964 peace dollar should ever show up in circulation. The Mint's own announcement makes that plain. A query to the Mint in 1973 drew the line. Should anyone have such 196 for peace dollar pieces in his possession, they are the property of the United States. And the United States is entitled to recover them. That declaration has not been overturned. Industry sources confirm that any private ownership is considered illegal. Coin World reports that Treasury officials ruled the coin illegal to own in May 1973, and the Honest Journal echoes that surviving coins are government property and not yours to keep. So if you believed a rumor that you could buy or legally own one, the real truth is already published by the government. You can't. This also explains why the coin is so shrouded in mystery. With no legitimate examples ever released, there is no public auction record or market price for a genuine 1964 peace dollar. PCGs even ran a $10,000 reward to anyone who could produce and authenticate one. That bounty was never claimed, underscoring how none are known to exist. Instead, the market is full of fakes and fantasy pieces. CoinWeek warns that many items sold as 196 for D peace dollars are outright counterfeits made to fool collectors. Others are novelty overstrikes, for example by Dan Carr's Moonlight Mint, but those are private tokens, not U.S. Mint issues. In all these cases, buyers are paying for fantasy collectibles rather than an authentic U.S. coin. The honest truth is that any genuine 1964 peace dollar would almost certainly be seized long before any auctioneer could set a price. Finally, regarding law enforcement, no, there isn't some secret new task force hunting down these coins beyond the normal enforcement of federal property laws. If a coin never turned up, it would be treated like any other stolen U.S. asset. For context, when the 1933 Double Eagle appeared in the 1990s, the Secret Service seized it on behalf of the government. By analogy, experts say a 1964 peace dollar would immediately be confiscated too, but there has been no news of any stashes found or seizures made specifically for the 1964 peace dollar. In reality, the extinct coin lives on in stories and internet hype more than in actual law enforcement action. What they don't want you to know is that the government's rule on this coin is completely above board and public. The Mint itself announced the policy decades ago, and all credible sources agree. The coin was melted, is U.S. property, and any surviving example is to be claimed by the Treasury. There are no hidden agendas beyond that. The 196 for D peace dollar remains a fascinating legend, but one explained entirely by the official historical record.